Hello YouTube, it's me, Theo Hollis. So today I'm going to actually show you how I create my brow. So often I get asked, Theo, how do you create your brow? How does your brow look like that? Hey, so I'm going to show you my personal method of how I create my brow. So exactly 5 years ago and some months, I actually had a weight loss surgery. And with that weight loss surgery, not properly taking your vitamins can cause you to have hair loss. So my eyebrows did thin out. So I decided to start shading them in a little. So today I'm going to show you how I shade in my eyebrows. So one of the products that I really enjoy using is the neutral, it's called the Natural Brown e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. It comes with a spoolie on the end and your pencil on the other end. Also, I use a Wet n Wild angle brush, just depending on if you want to do extra, go extra and actually use a concealer. If so, I use a LA Pro concealer in the color Toffee. And then also I use a brow powder sometimes that I actually purchased at Walmart that I'll actually have to post in the descriptions the exact name and brand of this eyebrow pencil. However, here lately for about a week, I have been using vitamin E oil to try to go ahead and get my natural brows back thick and full to grow in, along with taking my vitamins on a regular. So with the vitamin E oil, I actually use this at night and I allow it to sit. And then as I do my facial ritual each morning, I wash my face. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, I kind of already started this eyebrow, giving it a natural look. And we're going to go ahead and start on this one. So what I normally do is to kind of make sure that both of my brows are even. I do a unibrow. The unibrow, you can always come back and clean it up, but I wanted to do the unibrow because it helps me make sure that the brow is actually even. Now, I'm actually also going to use a mirror because it's a little easier for me to look at the mirror and see what I'm doing. And if you all cannot see what I'm doing, just zoom in. So, hopefully you can because I'm going to keep the mirror like right here. So basically what I do is, and excuse this, I have like a big bump, a pimple starting to come up here. I don't know what's going on with that, but okay. So, oh, let me get this. I have some dead skin. I just washed my face really good. I have a piece of dead skin on my nose. Hold on. I didn't want y'all to think it was a booger. It's dead skin. I just washed my face. Okay. So, I'm going to use my e.l.f. pencil. Can you all see the end of that? And I'm going to use the spoolie part as well. You take your spoolie and basically brush the top part up and come out over here. So I go ahead and I go over the top of my brow here, the line, I start to make it a little darker. And then as I go ahead and create the arch and come down, I move a little more lightly, like so. Then I go to the bottom and I extend it out and I go right up under where my natural brow is. Now, it is going to be a little different if you do not have brows. So if you have a little less hair or you don't have brows at all, it's possibly going to be a little easier for you to be able to create the exact shape or different forms of brows that you have. However, if you do have brows, there are ways around being able to create different shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and go over this side just a little bit. And there, I have my unibrow. Looks even. But as you can tell, my hair is thin in here. So I'm going to take my pencil and gently press and begin to fill in the middle part of my brow and the end part. I'm not going to press too hard because I am going to come back over with a brow powder. But I'm showing you if you want to do a natural brow without even using concealer, without using brow powder, this is how you're going to do it. Just simply go in and fill in the center and the end. Now the front part of your brow, you want it to kind of look more natural, so you don't want to press as hard. So you're going to take the tip of your brush and just kind of blend that line that you made with the unibrow. You just want to kind of blend that in because you want it to look as natural as possible. Like so. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing to this side here. Fill that patch in. Thank you all for subscribing and sharing. You are greatly appreciated. I appreciate you. So as you can see, I'm just taking and filling in my outline. And then taking my brush here and blending that unibrow line on in. So that way you have like a light to dark. And as you can see, I have a little patch right here. I'm going to go ahead and make that just a little darker right there. And I personally enjoy the natural neutral brown because it doesn't look so harsh and black. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to use a little alcohol, rubbing alcohol, or you can use a Q-tip, whatever your choice is, to clean up this unibrow. So you guys, I'm so sorry. My live ended and we're back to brows. So as you can tell, I have went ahead and used my e.l.f. Neutral Brow e.l.f. pencil to go ahead and complete my brows. This is, if you want to just go ahead and go out like this, you're totally fine. It's a natural go, your brows are done, have a nice day. But if you want to take it to another level, I'm going to show you how. By using how I do mine, by using brow powder and concealer. So I normally take the concealer, which is also a neutral brown, and a angle brush, and basically go in and fill that line as well as my center of my brow. Making sure not to fill in too much of the front of your brow because you still want it to look natural. You don't want it to be really dark. So if anything, just use it to go across the top part of your brow and to fill in the remainder of your brow. same way that you shaded in your brow when you use your actual pencil. Voila. Then if you want to take it to the next level, you use toffee and a angle brush. Now this particular portion, you have to make sure that you are very careful because you want straight lines and you want it to look very nice and neat. So in doing this, I make sure I take my time and I focus. Thank you for subscribing. So I'm going to show you here how I just take and go under my brow with a thin line. Basically just going and outlining your brow. Making it nice and crisp. And then you just blend that concealer right in. Now you can use the same brush or you can actually use a concealer brush to go in and blend that in and across and down. Now if you are planning on putting on a full foundation or you're planning on putting on eye makeup, then you can put on more concealer and blend it all the way down. So that way it will be your actual eyeshadow would show a lot brighter. But because I don't wear makeup, full face makeup or eyeshadow, I'm just basically placing a thin layer just so the eyebrow can be defined and crisp. So I do the same exact thing with the top of my brow, but I'm going to start off by doing well, I'm going to go ahead and do the top of this brow. And then I'll post pictures of both of them together. And you want to make sure that you are very careful because you don't want to mess up your brow that you've already created, but you want to make sure that your line is very straight. And then you want to go in and blend that concealer. And again, if you're using or wearing foundation, then you really don't have to worry because you can just kind of blend it out and put your foundation and everything else around it. So as you can tell, that just kind of finish your brow off and give it a nice crisp look. So I thank you all for tuning in, subscribing, and sharing. I will post a picture on the YouTube channel of both brows complete and finished. Thank you.